Finals are here, and we've got a thrilling battle on the stadium to decide a spot in the Power Summer Collegiate League championship game as the Colonials face the top-seeded Blue Sox. Good morning, everyone, from beautiful Palm Springs, California. Griffin Epstein, Cole Pavilio. Cole, this is going to be a blast of the game. You really have a David and Goliath battle. The Blue Sox have been that team all year, 15-3-1, nearly unstoppable, the championship favorites, going up against the plucky underdogs, the Colonials, who time and time again have found a way to win and are one win away from making it into the PSCL championship game.
And, I mean, every time there's any type of playoff format in any sport, there's always an underdog or a dark horse. That really gives everyone a run for their money. They might play in close games every time, but they always find a way. That's really what this Colonial teams has done. And I think we're going to see another close game between the Colonials and the Blue Sox here. Coach Nate Landon and Coach Reed Santos, the two coaches respectively.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the Colonials. The visiting team today is the 2 seed in the Northern Division. Haruto Endo will lead off, the all-star for the Colonials, and plays center field. Joseph Conti bats second and plays left. Trinity Beelan bats third and catches. Max Duckweiler in the cleanup spot playing right field. Kason Davenport bats fifth and is the designated hitter. Ray Avila bats sixth and plays shortstop. Tino Zaya bats seventh to play second base. Roman Macias batting eighth and playing third base. Brooks Walker, one of the heroes of the Colonial season, bats ninth as the extra hitter. Justin Verna rounds out the lineup playing first base. Jordan Watson, righty, will take the bump for the Colonials in the bottom of the first. But for the Colonials, they're going to face an excellent pitcher in Leo Terramina, an ERA of 3.22 on the season. Opponents are hitting just 175 against them on the season. The righty is in the first pitch home, sails outside. And this Power Summer Collegiate League semifinal is underway. The top-seeded Blue Sox, the second-seeded Colonials in the north. The 1-0 by Endo, chopped right side and foul, 1-1. Blue Sox enter 15-3-1 on the season. They're coming off a quarterfinal win yesterday, 5-1 over the Coyotes. The 1-1 home, sails outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. The Colonials are coming off a day off after they mounted a wild comeback over the Bombers on Saturday. The 2-1 in for a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Endo. That was a 9-8 win, Cole, for the Colonials over the Bombers after they entered the 7th inning trailing by 4 runs. Here's the 2-2. Outside and a full count to Endo. It was a shocking comeback by the Colonials, but really one we've come to expect from the plucky Colonials who keep on finding ways to win on the season, 11-8. The payoff home is flared off the end of the bat, shallow left and down, a base hit over the head of Michael Gonzalez. And a leadoff knock for Haruto Endo, who raises that batting average, 489 entering today. The All-Star continues to find a way to get on base.
There's just no easy outs in either of these teams, and Haruto Endo starting off the day for the Colonials, giving up a good fight and recording a base hit.
So Endo is aboard, and Joseph Conti, the righty left fielder, stands in. Endo with 3-stride lead at first, and the first pitch home from Terramina is in for a strike on the top half of the zone. Around the diamond for the Blue Sox, even Swidler is the battery partner for Terramina. David Orozco at first, Javen Buxa at second, Michael Gonzalez at short, Fred Ramos at third base. In the outfield, Bodie Grieve in left, Anthony Cepeda in center, and his fellow Anthony Matheson joins him in right. 0-1. Beautiful slider on the outside corner, 0-2. Simple for Leo Terramina. He's been excellent on the mound this season. He has just 2 pitches, sinker and slider, but he's been excellent all year. 3.22 ERA. And his whip, his walks hits innings pitched, is under 1.94, which is the best on the Blue Sox. So allowed just 8 earned runs on the season, 7 appearances, making his 3rd start, and he's 3-0. The 0-2 home sails high, taking off Endo, throw down to second is bobbled by Buxa. Can't come up with it as it trickles by him. And Haruto Endo has a stolen base in scoring position with nobody out here in the top half of the first. Endo has his 5th stolen base of the season. So 1-2 count to the righty Joseph Conti. William Macareno behind home plate today. 1-2. Chopped off the end of the bat. Back to the slider for Taormina. Endo at second, a 1-2 count. Nobody out, just underway in the top half of the first. Colonials and Blue Sox with a spot in the PSCL championship game on the line. 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Backfield game is hosting our other PSCL semifinal today as the Rush take on the A's. The A's took down the top-seeded Lumberjacks in the South yesterday. What a win that was. The 2-2 is flared off the end of the bat into left center, and racing over is Anthony Matheson to make the catch. 1 away. So Conti out. Endo stays at second. Ethan Gomolka feeding us stats. And mentioning Leo Taormina, his whip is the lowest of any pitcher in the PSCL this year. And it's a lot of soft contact. You saw that on the out by Conti.
And it's something that
Strikeouts to just 7 walks, no batters hit as the 0-1 sails low. 1 ball, 1 strike. So excellent command. Doesn't strike out a lot of batters, but he almost never walks batters. Taormina peeks back at Endo. Another look back and home. Swing and a miss. Back to the slider, 1-2.
really good slider. Looks like he'll start off as a fastball and has the late bite that has everyone waving through it.
Taormina working out of the stretch. Kicks and delivers. Grounded up the middle, right back to Taormina. Endo's caught in between, but Taormina will just toss to first for the second out, and Endo will go down to third base. Kind of a funky play. Little surprise, Cole, that Taormina didn't decide to go get the lead runner at Endo, who certainly would have been caught in between the bags, but decided just to get the easy second out at first. So Max Duckweiler, the cleanup hitter, steps to the plate. Ready on ready, matchup with Endo 90 feet away at third. Here's the pitch. On the inside corner, strike one.
And Endo really wasn't that far away from the base, so I don't think Taormina for sure could have gotten him out at second, so I think he just decided to get the for sure out.
0-1 is a slider that catches the black. It's a beautiful pitch. 14 inches of horizontal break. And it's 0-2 to Duckweiler. Taormina at the chest. Kicks and delivers. Lined left side. A one-hopper in front of Michael Gonzalez. Shortstop fields. Long throw to first in time for the out. Leo Taormina works around a leadoff single for a scoreless top half of the first. The top hitting offense in the PSCL comes to the plate in the bottom half of the frame. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the first in the PSCL semifinals Monday morning. A's rush on the backfield. You can check that out on the PSCL Instagram. And we're live here on the PSCL Broadcast Network for Colonials and Blue Sox. Time to meet the starting lineup for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the first. Javen Baxa, the All-Star, leads off for Reed Santos' squad and plays second. Ethan Swidler bats second and catches. Dylan Abid is the designated hitter batting third. Bodie Grieve, another All-Star in the cleanup spot, playing left field. Fred Ramos bats fifth and plays third base. David Orozco batting sixth and playing first base. Michael Gonzalez bats seventh and plays shortstop. Anthony Cepeda bats eighth and plays center field. And Anthony Matheson rounds out the starting lineup, playing right field. It's a normal nine-man lineup today for Reed Santos. Jordan Watson, the lefty on the bump for the Colonials, a guy that just eats up innings, 24 and a third innings pitched. He's making his sixth start and seventh appearance of the season, 3-1 record with a 3.33 ERA. He has 28 strikeouts, but also 30 walks and 24 and a third. Lefty readies, and his first pitch home sails outside to Javen Baxa. Lanky lefty on the bump in his second year in the PSCL. High set just above the belt. Kicks and throws. It's inside, 2-0. Well, we're going to see a lot of pitches from Jordan Watson, Cole. Four-seam fastball, two-seam fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, splitter. So it leaves an opponent guessing. Here's the 2-0. It's low. 3 balls, no strikes. What's key for Watson when you're facing a lineup like the Blue Sox that's been dominant all season against everyone they faced?
I think it's just got to be get quick outs. You don't want them in these hitter-friendly counts like he's got Javen Baxa right now. You want to be working to your own tune. And
3-0 sails high, ball 4.
You don't want to be giving up these extra free 90 feet to the Blue Sox. It's a team that's dangerous enough already, and you got to limit them being on the base pass, and you can't give away free passes to start off innings like that or start off the game. I mean, that's setting the tone for the Blue Sox early.
Here's the pitch. It's low. Throw down to second. Late. Baxa in safely with a stolen base. Baxa's fourth bag of the season. And the All-Star, local kid from La Quinta High School, headed to College of the Desert this next year, continues to shine. He's in scoring position for the Blue Sox in a scoreless game in the bottom of the first. Watson looks back at second and delivers. Lined right side and drifting out of play. Around the diamond for the Colonials, Trinity Beeland is the battery partner for Jordan Watson. Justin Verna at first, Tino Zaya at second, Ray Avila at shortstop, and Ramon Macias at third base. Joseph Conti in left, Herto Endo, the All-Star, in center, and Max Duckweiler in right field. 0-2 count to Swidler. Watson working out of the stretch, peeks back at second. And comes home. It's low, good stop by Beeland. A ball bouncing in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ethan Swidler. Come from behind victory for the Colonials in extra innings. Walk off the Bombers on Saturday in the first round of the PSCL playoffs. Getting them into the semifinals here today. 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was a long day for the Colonials pitching staff. They used 4 different arms, including Jordan Watson, who did only face 5 batters. And now, after a day off, starting on the mound for Nate Lambden's squad. The 2-2 home. Popped up into right center field, taking Haruto Endo back under the baseball. He makes the catch. Javen Baxa will tag, and the relay is cut off. Baxa into third base. Swidler advances a runner 90 feet.
And it's just simple plays like that for the Blue Sox that will allow them to get out to an early lead, and that's why they've been so good this season. It's just simple, well-struck balls that allow runners to advance the 90 feet that need them to put them in a better option to score.
Dylan Abid to the plate, lefty batter. Takes the first pitch outside from Watson. First lefty on lefty matchup with Baxa at third base. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Just underway and scoreless in the PSCL semifinal. Colonials and Blue Sox. 1-0. Check swing. A pitch inside, and Abid couldn't hold up. Turned around, 1 ball and 1 strike to the designated hitter, Dylan Abid, hitting .385 on the season, 15 hits in 18 games. Pitch home is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. A backfield score update, PSCL semifinal number 1. Choose the winner of the South between the 3rd-seeded A's and the 2-seeded Rush is tied. Goose Eggs on the scoreboard, 0-0. They're in the bottom of the 3rd. You can watch that game on the PSCL Instagram. The 2-1 is sliced left side, down for a base hit. Baxa will score. Conti just tosses it in, and Dylan Abid with an RBI single to give the Blue Sox the lead in the bottom of the 1st. Blue Sox strike first, and the championship favorites have an early lead. Cody Grieve, all-star, will stand into the box to face Watson with Abid at first and still just 1 out. Since the calendar has flipped to July, baseball has been kind to the Blue Sox. First pitch home to Grieve is a strike on the inside corner. They have won 4 in a row, counting their playoff victory yesterday against the Coyotes, a 5-1 win. Watson delivers. It's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Sox, dominant season. Just 3 losses, 15-3-1 on the year. The 1-1 at the knees for a strike. Pretty breaking ball from Watson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's falling to the A's 8-7 on June 30th. 4 straight victories. 1-2 home. Line down the right field line, just foul. A few steps to the right of the right field foul line. Back-to-back games where the Blue Sox didn't get a result, a 1-1 tie against the Rush, and then an 8-7 loss against the A's, and we thought that Reed Santos' team was headed in the wrong direction. They've quickly turned it around. The 1-2, grounded left side, could be 2. Avila tosses to second for 1 to first, double play. 6-4-3 double play, Avila to Zaya to Verna. And Jordan Watson and the Colonials retire the side in the 1st inning. Blue Sox get 1. Dylan Abid drives in Javen Baxa, and it's 1-0 Blue Sox after 1 on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family-oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Top second from Palm Springs Stadium. 1-0 lead for the Blue Sox over the Colonials with a spot. The PSCL championship game on the line. A beautiful Monday morning here in Palm Springs. Kason Davenport leads off for the Colonials and takes a first pitch inside from Leo Terramina. The righty was certainly a strong candidate to be on the All-Star team. Certainly a snub when you look at his numbers of anything else, but trying to prove himself and send the Blue Sox into the PSCL championship game as he pikes in a strike on the outside corner to Kason Davenport. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-0 Blue Sox lead in the top of the second. Pitch home is a slider. Flared foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Davenport. Terramina coming off a complete game victory in his last pitching performance against the Haymakers. Here's the 1-2. A sinker outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Complete game, 7 innings, allowed just 3 hits, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts, and no walks. It was a week ago now. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Slider waved through by Davenport. 1 away, and the first strikeout for Leo Terramina.
Terramina's been showing off that slider early and often against these Colonials. I'll be interested to see if he goes back to the well over and over again, or if he starts to show the fastball a bit more and upset the timing of the Colonials.
Avila, the shortstop, digs in for the Colonials. Ready-on-ready matchup. Pitch home is a strike on the inside corner. Another slider, 0-1. It's up to 18 inches of horizontal break. The 0-1 is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty in the top of the second. The shortstop, Ray Avila's had a great season. I think 324 on the year. The 1-1 is lined right side down, base hit. 1 ops in front of Matheson, and Avila's aboard. The second hit of the day for the Colonials. So Avila aboard at first. With 1 out in the top of the second, it brings up Tino Zaya, the second baseman, lefty to face Terramina. It's been a potent offense this year for the Colonials. 383 on base percentage as a team. First pitch home is popped up. Foul out of play and into the seats. Both of these offenses have been really strong all year. In big part, these two squads have gotten to the PSCL semis. The 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Blue Sox in the top of the second. 1 out and 1 on. Terramina working out of the stretch. Black glove up near his chest. Steps off. Pickoff throw to first. Avila back in safely. It's a good pickoff throw. Beautiful day for baseball. The 1-1 is popped up left side and drifting out of play. Off an umbrella, shading some fans down the left field line. 1-2. Sunny skies, not a cloud in the sky again. Sunshine shining down upon the diamond and almost no wind at all. Another picture-perfect July day here in the Coachella Valley. 1-2 home. Big bender outside. Back to the slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tino Zaya.
Looked like that one might have slipped out of Terramina's hand. Has really missed the zone by quite a bit. And really didn't threaten ever to go to the zone.
Pickoff throw back to first. Avila back in with a head first slide. Nice crowd on hand to take in the semifinals. 2-2 misses outside. Down to second. Goes Avila. He is out. A rocket of a throw from Ethan Swidler. And Zaya was down on strikes. Strike him out. Throw him out. The Blue Sox and Leo Terramina have put Duke Goose Eggs on the scoreboard at the bottom of the second. 1-0 Blue Sox on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, Rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. Bottom of the second inning. Colonials and Blue Sox. The PSCL semifinals decide the winner of the North. Winner goes on to face either the Rush or the A's in the PSCL championship game tomorrow morning here at Palm Springs Stadium. Penultimate day of action on what has been a thrilling summer in the Power Summer Collegiate League. And you're number 5 of the PSCL, and this has certainly been the best year yet. Parity, talent, excellent weather. It's all been there this year in the PSCL, and we're coming to a thrilling conclusion. Good one so far as we enter the bottom of the second. 1-0 Blue Sox lead. Jordan Watson home for the Colonials on the first pitch to Fred Ramos. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Ramos hitting .324 on the season for the Blue Sox. 11 hits. 3 triples and 5 batted in. It's ridiculous. Here's the 1-0 outside. 2 balls and no strikes, Cole. When you look at the Blue Sox stats, Ramos is 8th on the Blue Sox in batting average, and he's hitting over 300 on the season. I mean, come on. The 2-0, beautiful changeup in for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's just not fair. It's not supposed to happen.
I mean, I think it's just really akin to these cavernous dimensions here at Palm Springs Stadium.
2-1 home is a high chopper. Right side in is the second baseman Zaya. Throw to first is wide of the bag. Justin Verna couldn't keep his foot on the bag. The ball popped out of his glove, and Verna is down and in some pain at first. Wide throw by Zaya on a high chopper. He had to play back, and Verna couldn't keep his back foot on the bag and then dropped the baseball. Nate Lambden out to check on him, as is one of our excellent athletic trainers here at Palm Springs Stadium, Katie, walking out to make sure Verna's all right. So Ramos aboard at first, and Verna still sitting on the ground. You can tell right away he's in some pain, trying to keep that back foot on the bag and not putting a lot of pressure right now on that left leg as he stands back up, flexing it out. And he's going to tough this out and stay in the ball game. It's the playoffs. Verna is going to get some jogging in, running down the right field line. Definitely a little gimpy. It will go down as a base hit for Fred Ramos. Getting some stretching, some squats in, and it's like Verna's at the gym now.
Just got to go through the full range of motion to make sure that it doesn't pick up the injury again at any point in what his normal movement would be at first base. I mean, you're going through a lot of different stretches, and I think it was just overstretched just a little bit there, and he felt it right away. But
so Ramos at first. In stands David Orozco, chops one left side. Racing in is Tino Zaya. Second baseman tosses to first. Verna is there for a much easier play. And there's one out. Ramos does advance to second. So running her scoring position with one away for Michael Gonzalez. Shortstop digs in. Ramos at second. One out bottom of the second. And the Blue Sox lead 1-0. PSCL semifinal day on this Monday morning in Palm Springs. Gonzalez hitting .387 on the season for the Blue Sox. That's third on Reed Santos' squad. Lefty Watson fires home. Sails outside, 1-0. Gonzalez showed bunt, but quickly pulled it back. Middle infield shaded up the middle For the Colonials, Ray Avila standing right behind Fred Ramos, who has a 3-stride lead at second. Outfield is shaded a few strides shy to their left. Colonials outfield. 1-0. Low, bounces away from Beelan to his right, picks it up, but by the time he picks it up, Fred Ramos is standing at third base.
And I mentioned it earlier, Griffin, that this Blue Sox team is a lot like the Power. You can't give them extra bases. You can't give them those extra 90 feet. They'll pounce on you when you do give it to them. And it's one of those moments that, just like back in last inning, that those extra 90 feet is what's going to eventually hurt the Colonials here today.
2-0 count to Gonzalez. Watson readies and delivers. High on a fastball, 3-0. Ramos 90 feet away, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Blue Sox lead 1-0. Playing for win number 5 in a row to go into the PSCL championship game tomorrow. 3-0 home is well inside. Gonzalez backs out of the way and will take his base at first. Second walk for Watson. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and Anthony Cepeda, big lefty, will stride to the plate for the Blue Sox. Cepeda stands 6'4" in the box. I'll tell you, Cole, he looks a whole lot taller than 6'4". It looks like he's walking on stilts out there. He's got incredibly long legs. Watson looks at first and home. Outside, 1-0.
Just very long limbs and lanky, and does make him look taller than 6'4", but, I mean, we got to trust the listing here at 6'4".
Here's the 1-0 home. Chopped up the middle, skids off the mound into center field. Base hit. Ramos walks home, 2-0 Blue Sox. Anthony Cepeda drives in his 10th run of the season. Two nothing Blue Sox in the bottom of the 2nd, and Reed Santos' squad just keeps on hitting. Gonzalez to second, Cepeda at first, and Anthony Matheson steps to the plate for the Blue Sox, rounding out the first time through the order. Watson out of the stretch, looks back at second, delivers home. Swing and a miss. It rolls past Beelan and all the way back to the backstop. Both runners will advance. Second pass ball of the inning, and 2 in scoring position now for the Blue Sox. Was an awkward swing and a miss by Matheson, and Beelan couldn't keep it in front of him. I thought it was foul tipped at first, Cole.
It was hard to tell if it was from up here or not, and we couldn't hear it, so, I mean.
I wonder if Beelan maybe thought it was. Third baseman is in for the Colonials. This is the pitch home, sails high, 2-1. Macias in on the grass at second. Now he'll take a few strides back. 2 in scoring position, just 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd, and it's already 2-0 Blue Sox. Watson and the Colonials are in some trouble here early. Pitch home. Flared off the end of the bat and back to the screen. That's 1-2 to Matheson. Javen Boxa, the All-Star, on deck. Watson bends down to get the sign. Peeks over at third and home. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt, and a good play by Beelan to tag out Matheson. Otherwise, he was going to have to make a throw down to first, which would not be preferable with 2 in scoring position. So a huge strikeout for Jordan Watson. His first of the ball game, 2 away, back to the top of the order in Javen Boxa. Gonzalez at third, Cepeda at second. 2 outs, Boxa reached on a walk back in the first. Righty batter digs in, waggling a blue bat above his shoulder. The pitch home shows bunt, pulls it back. It's high, 1-0. Boxa walked, came around to score on an RBI single by Dylan Abid back in the first. It's now 2-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd. Blue Sox over Colonials. 2 outs and 2 on. 1-0. Flared high in the sky to left, taking Joseph Conti back, reaching up, and he makes the catch. So Jordan Watson works around trouble to allow just one in the second. We'll head to the third. Special guest joining us on the other side as it's 2-0 Blue Sox after 2 on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium, top half of the first. 2-0 lead for the Blue Sox over the Colonials here on the PSCL Broadcast Network. Griffin Epstein thrilled to be joined by one of the umpires here in the PSCL, John DeCesar. John, it's a pleasure to have you here on the broadcast.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. I love baseball and I love being out here, and this is a different perspective that I'm enjoying myself up here already.
Ramon Macias leads off for the Colonials and fouls the first pitch he sees off his foot. 2-0 Blue Sox in the top of the third with Leo Terramina back on the mound. It's a pretty great view up in the booth here, isn't it?
Absolutely. And there's nothing like seeing the stat track so you can track the pitches coming in. It's a little different perspective than being down on the field.
Here's the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you're one of the excellent umpires here at the PSCL. It's definitely a different perspective that maybe fans listening don't think of as much. How did you get into umpiring? As here's the 1-1.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Lowe, 2-1.
Growing up, my father was an umpire for me in Little League, and so I would go out there and help him out. And then I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps and had been volunteering and doing umpire in between whenever I could. And in 2021, I retired from the Marine Corps, and I've been full-time umpiring ever since. So I was able to retire from that, and now I'm happy to have the opportunity of being here.
Here's the 2-2 Low and a full count to Macias. What do you enjoy most about being an umpire?
I enjoy being down on the field. That's one thing. I played through high school, but I never made it to the college level as a player. And being there, you got a front row ticket to every game and seeing, all these awesome players out there.
Payoff home. Macias lines up the middle. It is into the outfield, fielded by the shortstop Gonzalez. Wild throw. It gets by Orozco and goes into the Colonials dugout. So Macias goes down to second, ruled a hit. That was a great play by Gonzalez to field that baseball in the grass. Thought that was certainly getting through, but a wild throw and a hit and then an error, and Macias is in scoring position here for the Colonials with nobody out.
No, that was absolutely a great effort on that play, just to even get to the ball. Unfortunately, going into the dugout, you got to give him a 2-base award. But again, it was a great effort.
Brooks Walker will stand at the plate for the Colonials with Macias at second and nobody out here in the top of the third. 2-0 lead for the Blue Sox. Ninth hitter in a 10-man lineup today for the Colonials. Terramina peeks back at second and delivers a slider on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Well, it seems like umpiring, similar to a reason that a lot of us broadcasters broadcast to stay around the game. The difference is you guys have to deal with so much pressure every day from the coaches and the players. You have big, tight games and big calls. The 0-1 is foul tipped back to the screen. 0-2 how do you deal with the pressure and those big calls and big moments?
I think it's just the mental perspective that everybody's a competitor out here, whether the coaches, players, and us as umpires. We want to get every call right, and we do our best and go back and review the tape and try and get better. Some of the dealing with individuals.
0-2 home.
The best thing to do is just listen.
Missed outside 1-2.
Constructive criticism is always accepted, and I totally understand the competitiveness, and it's not my place to get mad or upset. As an umpire, we should keep that, mentality where we're not always going to agree on calls.
1-2-0 slipped out of the hand of Taormina, back to the backstop, and Macias goes down to third. That one had to slip, and Taormina points at his chest and says, "My bad," to his catcher Swidler. Wild pitch, Macias down to third, and the Colonials trying to get their first run here in the top of the third, trailing 2-0. It's a 2-2 count now to Brooks Walker.
And just to add to that, myself and Will Macareno here, both military, so we're used to people screaming in our faces. So it's not that bad when it's on a baseball field rather than somewhere else.
And certainly dealing with pressure and a lot of physicality there, too. 2-2 is lined to the shortstop Gonzalez. He'll look back the runner at third and throw to first for the first out. Smart play by the talented shortstop Gonzalez to keep Macias on the bag at third, and there's one away.
Absolutely great play by a third baseman, looking back the runner at third and throwing over to first. And the Colonials, they're a great team. They're a comeback team. I was on the field when they came back and beat the Bombers the other day. And
what a game that was.
That was a great game, and I had the pleasure on being on the MLB DC China game.
There's been some incredible games,
Absolutely.
Especially on the stadium the last week. Justin Verna swings through a fastball. That's 0-1 with Macias at third. You're in the top of the third and a 2-0 lead for the Blue Sox. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1 strike. I mean, you say you get a best seat in the house, and obviously you have to deal with a lot of pressure, and I imagine it's challenging at times, but you get to see a lot of great baseball.
It is, and you never know what's going to happen in a game of baseball, right? Yesterday we had the A's.
1-1 is fouled away, 1-2.
Come there and beat the Jacks, and to some that might have been a surprising victory. However, that's why we play the game, and you never stop umpiring, and you never know what could happen. It could be 7-1, and all of a sudden the team gets 6-7 runs in one inning, and you just got to make sure you're making the same.
1-2 home is popped up into right, taking Matheson back. Makes the catch. Macias will tag from third. The throw home is late, and the Colonials are on the board. Orozco at first cut it off and almost hesitated before making a throw. I don't think he ever had a chance of catching Macias. So Verna does his job and drives in Macias to make it 2-1 as the Colonials cut the lead in half. Haruto Endo will come to the plate with the bases now clear and 2 outs. Well, I wanted to ask you a question, John, I was thinking about when we heard that you were coming on the broadcast. A play where there's a lot going on in the diamond was the first pitch misses outside to Endo 1-0. Say you have a pitch that's down the line. Is it fair or foul? You have runners going around the plate. You have to make sure they're getting the bases. How do you keep your eye on everything as Endo takes low 2-0? I think it's unlike other sports. There's so much going on in different places, balls and runners in baseball.
Absolutely, and if you do watch the umpires, we have signals so we know where each other is going to be. And as the home plate umpire, fair foul is my first responsibility. So anytime I see a ball that's going down the line, I know I have to get on the line. So I have ball. The other umpire has runner.
2-1's fouled away, 2-2
We make sure we split it up and the roles and responsibilities of where we're going. And it works out. Two-man's a little bit more difficult because it's such a big field. But you have to have that communication and work with your partner and make the calls and be in the right positions.
2-2 by Endo's line right side, and David Orozco there to make the catch and retire the side. Well, John, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. You always have a smile on your face when you're at the ballpark, and always enjoy saying hi. You've done a great job, as has the whole umpiring group here in the PSCL. We're lucky to have you here over the last month, and best of luck in your future endeavors, and thanks for hopping
Absolutely.
on the broadcast.
Thank you, and I'll be out there for the field tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to the championship.
I appreciate this opportunity.
Be a lot of fun. We'll step aside, back for the bottom of the third. 2-1 Blue Sox on the PSCL Broadcast Network. Bottom third from Palm Springs Stadium. A tight ball game so far. PSCL semifinals. Colonials and Blue Sox 2-1 lead for the Blue Sox. Top seeded, best record in the regular season, leading the plucky Colonials, the 2 seed in the South, trying to pull off the upset and get into the PSCL championship game tomorrow morning. Jordan Watson out for his 3rd inning of work. He'll face Ethan Swidler to start the inning. And his first pitch sails high, 1-0. Griffin Epstein alongside Cole Pavilio here on the PSCL Broadcast Network. You just heard from John DeCesar in the top half of the 3rd, one of our excellent umpires here at the PSCL. 1-0 is popped up right side, drifting towards foul territory. Second baseman Tino Zaya is there to make the two-handed grab. A couple steps from the line, 1 away for Watson. F4 to start the inning, brings up Dylan Abid. Blue Sox have 1 run apiece in the first 2 innings. Colonials got a run back in the first. Sacrifice fly. Roman Macias led off with a single. Justin Verna drove him in with a sac fly for the Colonials. 1 out, base is empty, and Abid the batter. First pitch home to the lefty, inside, 1-0. Plucky underdog Colonials against the big Goliath, the dominant team all season, the Blue Sox. 1-0 pitch. Popped up into center field. A couple steps to his left is Haruto Endo to make the catch, 2 away. 2 quick outs for Jordan Watson here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bodie Grieve will come to the plate with 2 outs and the base is empty. Watson trying to settle in and get some outs for the Colonials. He is a workhorse. When he starts, he'll often go over 100 pitches. Has worked 24 1/3 innings in 6 appearances, 5 starts this season. Watson's going to tie his shoelace. With the Colonials using 4 pitchers on Saturday, there's not a whole lot of depth right now in the bullpen. As the first pitch to Grieve sails high for a ball, 1-0. But in the end, you worry about tomorrow in the playoffs. The 1-0 home is a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. You win the day, and hey, you get into the championship, then tomorrow you start figuring out for Nate Lambden how he's going to pitch to win a title. 1-1. Lined high in the air to left center. Endo back, looking up. It's off the wall. Grieve hustling to second. The relay ends cut off, and a Bodie Grieve double smash to the wall, just missed being a home run by half a foot. And the Blue Sox have another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Boy, was that ball crushed. That's out in most ballparks, Cole.
I mean, it's rough here for hitters some days. I mean, it's 350 to the corners, 400 dead center, and it's tall walls, but the legacy, Bodie Grieve, almost got that one gone. Obviously, his dad, a Rookie of the Year for the A's.
Ben Grieve was a pitcher. Bodie using the bat. That was 96 off the bat, 375. Bounced off the wall just shy of a homer. First pitch home to Red Ramos. Bounces off the chest protector of Beelin back to the backstop. And Grieves to third, 90 feet away. So 1-0 count to Ramos, who singled and scored back in the second. 2 outs. Watson got 2 very quick outs here in the third, trying to get his first inning scoreless. Watson out of the stretch, peeks back over at third at Grieve, has the sign and home. Outside, 2-0 to Ramos. Hayes and Rush playing on the backfield. Our other PSCL semifinal. You can watch that game on the PSCL Instagram. Here's the 2-0. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes to Ramos. 2-1 make it to Ramos. William Macareno behind the plate. Eric Benavidez in the field. Excellent 2-man umpiring crew today with the PSCL. 2-1 pitch is high, 3 balls, 1 strike. It was great hearing from John Cole. You were sitting next door, and just a really interesting perspective that you don't hear every day from the umpires.
Yeah, the thing I took away is they just love the game of baseball and they want to help.
3-1 flared into left, racing in Endo, and he'll play it on a hop. In comes Grieve. The Blue Sox add another run here in the third to make it 3-1. 2 out, RBI hit for Fred Ramos, who has a run and now an RBI on the day. This Blue Sox team is so hard to keep down. They haven't put up a crooked number, but they're just chipping away. A run in the first, a run in the second, now a run in the third. David Orozco to the plate with Ramos at first. Pitch home is high, 1-0. But back to the umpires, as you're saying, interesting, different perspective to hear from them.
They just want to help better the game just like us. And, someone's got to be the officials for every sport, and they take it on the chin every time that there's something that the fans or the players don't like. They wear it really well.
When I was high, 2 balls, no strikes. It's not a position you're going to typically get a lot of praise. Got a lot of people angry at you. Got to have a thick skin and love the ball game. A 2-0 fouled straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. I'll tell you, I couldn't handle the pressure. I would never be an umpire, Cole, and I'm too sensitive. Coach would come up to me and say, "Hey, you're wrong." I go, "All right, well, if you said so."
Yeah, I don't think it would be your choose profession then.
The 2-1 is high. 3 balls, 1 strike. I was down at BP last year for the team I was working for and had a ball slapped down the line. I had a great view of it, and all the coaches were yelling at me, "Is it fair or foul?" And after players and coaches yelling at me for 5 seconds, I couldn't even remember what I'd seen. The 3-1 misses outside, ball 4. David Orozco works a walk, and there's 2 on with 2 out now for the Blue Sox. You have to tune out the noise as an umpire and kind of focus your senses on exactly what's happening on the diamond. It is a thankless, challenging job for sure. It was great to have John up here in the booth to provide a little perspective of the umpires that are certainly not always thought of as the first things at the ballpark, but one of the most important roles that make it all happen. Nate Lambden is out to have a word with Jordan Watson. This inning started great for Watson. 2 quick outs, but a double by Grieve to the wall, an RBI single by Ramos, and now a walk to Orozco. And Watson needs badly to find the last out here in the third and keep the Colonials within shouting range of the Blue Sox. Just a 3-1 ball game at the moment. Michael Gonzalez coming to the plate. Orozco at first, Ramos at second. Long talk with Nate Lambden, Jordan Watson, and the rest of the Colonials infield. And the Colonials are getting an arm going now in the bullpen. It's Joshua Kim, lefty from Germany, who did pitch 2 days ago for the Colonials. He's had some really strong moments this season for the Colonials. 14 and a third innings pitched. 22 strikeouts, 5.65 ERA. Meaning done. Michael Gonzalez at the plate. First pitch home, a fastball misses low, 1-0. Gonzalez walked back in the second. Bright red batting gloves for the shortstop from L.A. Harbor Community College, an excellent JUCO on the shores of the Pacific Ocean. 1-0 home. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes to Gonzalez. Well, Watson tires. It's the command that will go first. He's Limited in his walks today, just 3. Blue Sox have 5 hits, but Watson's got out of jams multiple times today. Stranded 3 runners in the first 2 innings. Oh, danger at second. He turns around, pickoff throw back to second, and Ramos stumbles back to the bag. He was leaning the wrong way for a second.
Good pickoff move, but I think it was telegraphed just a little bit too much and allowed Ramos easily to scamper back to second.
Watson out of the stretch. Black glove set to the chest. Kicks and delivers. High 3-0.
Watson's really got to find his control sooner rather than later before it blows up to be a big inning for the Blue Sox.
Shakes his head, kicks at the dirt. Wipes some sweat off his forehead with his red jersey. Holding the ball behind his back, set it at the belt. Peeks back at seconds. Kicks and fires. Outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Michael Gonzalez, and the bases are loaded for the dangerous Anthony Cepeda. 56 pitches for Watson here in the third. He peeks back at Nate Lambden, the Colonials dugout, and Joshua Kim, the lefty, still throwing. This is a lefty-on-lefty matchup here, but Cepeda had an RBI single back in the second against Watson. Here's the first pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Big strike call there, and hopefully gets Watson the reset that he needed to get out of this inning.
0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Paid out of Feather River Community College, excellent JUCO program in Quincy, California, up in the Sierras. A lot of NorCal guys on this Blue Sox squad. Baseball hotbed in Northern California, Bay Area, Sacramento. They've turned into the powerhouse of the PSCL this summer, looking to put up a crooked number with the bases loaded in the third. The 1-1 on the outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. What a huge pitch this is next for Watson. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-2 count. Watson peers in, has the sign and delivers. Outside, 2-2. Two-two home. Outside again, and a full count to Anthony Cepeda. Nowhere to put him for Watson. Ramos at third, Orozco at second, Gonzalez at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and the Blue Sox looking to extend a 3-1 lead. Watson readies and home. It's flied out of play. Watson takes a moment to collect himself on the bump. Has the sign now. Delivers home. Flied out of play again. Almost the exact same spot over the bleachers down the left field line.
Just a really good battle between Cepeda and Watson, and it's likely going to force Watson out of the game soon, as it looks like Kim is done warming up, and Kim really a go-to guy for the Colonials out of the bullpen this
Third
season.
payoff home. High ball 4. A bases loaded walk on an excellent plate appearance by Anthony Cepeda. Brings home a run, and that's going to do it for Jordan Watson. 2 across in the third. After 2 quick outs, the Blue Sox have had 5 in a row reach. Watson takes the ball from Nate Lambden. Joshua Kim coming into the ballgame for the Colonials. Bases loaded, 4-1 lead for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Joshua Kim getting loose on the bump for the Colonials, trying to stop the bleeding in the bottom of the third as Colonials trail the Blue Sox 4-1. 2 outs and the bases loaded for the Blue Sox, who've scored 2 and had 5 in a row reach with 2 outs. Joshua Kim, another southpaw for the Colonials, 5'10", 170 on the bump, and a 5.65 ERA on the season, making a second appearance in the playoffs. He went 1 inning and ended up earning the win for the Colonials in a 9-8 win over the Bombers 2 days ago. Allowed 1 walk with 1 strikeout, no hits, no runs. 5.65 ERA on the season, 14 1/3 innings pitched. It's 10th appearance of the year. He's allowed 9 earned runs, 22 strikeouts, but also 19 walks. Anthony Matheson will stride to the plate to face Joshua Kim. Orozco at third, Gonzalez at second, Cepeda at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and the Blue Sox trying to extend a 4-1 lead. Kim home. Flied foul above the Colonials dugout, 0-1. 2-seam fastball, sinker, changeup, curveball, and slider. 5-pitch mix for Joshua Kim. Lefty sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. Fastball just high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Sox trying to blow things open here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 home. On the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Kim's the strike away from limiting the damage to just 2 runs for the Blue Sox in the third inning. Matheson takes a step out, reties the white batting gloves, and digs back into the batter's box. Kim readies and delivers. Low, and it bounces away from Beelan. Back to the backstop. Orozco races home and scores. 3 runs across in the inning. 5-1 Blue Sox. Pass balls and wild pitches have been a problem today for the Colonials. The Blue Sox have plated 3 in the third. They've all come across with 2 outs. 2-2 count. Pitch home. High and a full count. Top of the order, and Javen Boxo waits on deck. Now there's a base open at third. But certainly don't want to face the All-Star Boxa next. Kim readies and throws. Lined off the end of the bat over the head of the third baseman Macias and into left field. 1 run will score. Hustling around Cepeda. He scores without a throw. 7-1 Blue Sox. A 5 spot by the Blue Sox in the third, and they can smell the championship game now. The Blue Sox are unstoppable, whether it's the top of the lineup or the bottom of the lineup, whether it's nobody out or 2 outs. They just keep on finding ways to score, and it's 7-1. Back to the top of the lineup, and Javen Boxo takes outside 1-0. Matheson at first, a 2 RBI single on a flare shot over the head of the third baseman Macias. 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner for his strike, 1-1. This has all happened with 2 outs. This looked like an easy inning for Jordan Watson and the Colonials. 2 quick outs. Bodie Greaves sparked the inning with a double off the wall, and since then the Colonials haven't gotten an out. The 1-1 misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Double, single, 3 straight walks, and then an RBI single by Anthony Matheson to put up the 5 spot in the third. The Colonials got out of the first and second without a crooked number. Not so here. The 2-1 is low. Throw down to second, gets away from Tino Zaya at second base. Down to third goes Matheson. Easily had a stolen bag, and then Zaya Navila couldn't keep the ball in front of them. And Matheson's 90 feet away. Well, the little things have made a big difference today in this ball game. 2-2 count to Boxa. Pitch home. Flare to right side. Tough play. Diving second baseman Zaya can't get it. No, it rolls down the line. Boxa will hustle to second with an RBI double. Don't see a lot of RBI doubles at 57 off the bat, but it's all going right for the Blue Sox. A flare shot in the Bermuda Triangle down the right field line scores Matheson 8-1. And the Blue Sox have batted around in the third. Ethan Swidler started the inning with an out. He comes back to the plate and takes a first pitch strike. 6 in the third, 8-1 Blue Sox now, and the Colonials have made some crazy comebacks this season. Are going to need their biggest yet. The 0-1 misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that Cole is just showing that everything's going the Blue Sox way.
Yeah, it's been just one of those days for the Colonials so far.
1-1 sails high, 2 balls, 1 strike. We have a softly hit ball. Kim fools Boxa, and somehow it falls in the Bermuda Triangle down the right field line. Zaya gave it a great effort, but there was just no one there. 2-1 outside, 3 balls, and 1 strike to Swidler. The Blue Sox have a comfortable lead. Curious if it's so comfortable how Reed Santos decides to who he might use the rest of the way, and if he would risk saving arms. And now what appears to be a blowout. The 3-1 popped up off the end of the bat, high into a bright blue sky on the infield. Second baseman Zaya over, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Not before the Blue Sox sent 10 batters to the plate in a 6-run third inning. And after 3, the Blue Sox in front, 8-1 on the PSCL broadcast network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
After 3, 8-1, the Blue Sox over the Colonials. PSCL semifinals, a spot in the championship on the line. A's Rush playing on the backfield. The Colonials and the Blue Sox here in the Northern Division final, and it's been all Blue Sox early. Leo Taramina back out to work the top of the 4th and fires the first pitch high to Joseph Conti. Colonials have come back time and time again this season to get to this spot. They're going to need a huge one here. 1-0 is slash right side. David Orozco reaches up and makes the catch. Quick out for Taramina in the top of the 4th. Brings up Trinity Beeland with 1 out on the bases empty. The Colonials do have 3 hits of Leo Taramina, but no walks. I've not had more than 1 runner reach in an inning. They're going to need a big inning at some point today. First pitch to Beeland, pop right back to Taramina. He jogs towards first, underhand toss to Orozco, gets Beeland, and on 3 pitches, 2 outs for Taramina.
When you're down this many runs, it's hard to give 2 outs that quickly, and you just gave up a 6 spot and then you give up 2 quick outs, and you're making it really hard on yourself to be able to bounce back in this game. Only 3 turns of at-bats left for the Colonials after this half inning.
Next, Duckweiler coming to the plate, and Nate Lambden having a few words with them, I imagine, too, just trying to slow down the rhythm of Leo Taormina here on the top of the 4th. Russian A's on the backfield. 4-0 lead for the Rush in our last update. That was 30 minutes ago, so we'll try to give you a more recent update. In top of the 5th, the Rush lead the A's 4-0. Daniel Quadras has had a 2 RBI singles. The first pitch home to Max Duckweiler, missing inside 1-0. Great pitching matchup. Anthony Sanchez and Gavin Duvall, 2 All-Stars. And Sanchez getting the better of Duvall. 1-0 at the top of the zone for a strike, 1-1. It'd be remarkable if the Rush make the championship game. They were half an inch away from losing in the opening round. The 1-1 is drilled right side and down, base hits. Duckweiler with a knock to right. And the Colonials have a runner aboard here in the 4th, trailing 8-1. Jason Davenport will come to the plate to face Taormina. Designated hitter struck out back in the 2nd. MLB DC China was an out away from defeating the Rush, and a throw to first. China thought they won the game. His first pitch misses inside to Davenport, but the Chinese first baseman couldn't keep his foot on the bag on a wide throw, and a matter of half an inch probably from his toe, back heel being on the bag, would have ended the Rush season. Instead, it didn't. It tied the game. The Rush walked off the next inning and now find themselves up on the A's trying to make the championship game. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. My goodness, the sinker falling out of the zone, looking awfully sweet. One-two home. Popped up into shallow left, racing in. Greavy slides and makes the catch. Bodie Grieve with an all-star worthy play in left field, tumbling, bumbling, but holding on. And the Blue Sox are doing everything right on this Monday morning to try to make the PSCL championship game. They lead 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Bottom 4, and it's all Blue Sox in the PSCL semifinals between the Colonials and the Blue Sox. 8-1 lead for the Blue Sox after scoring 6 runs in the 3rd inning to blow the ball game open. Looking to add a few more here in the bottom of the 4th. Joshua Kim back out to work. He got the last out of the 3rd inning, and his first pitch to Dylan Abid misses low, 1-0. The Rush have blown things open against the A's on the backfield. Here's the 1-0. Grounded right side over the first base spin. Verna, to Spirit. Underhand toss to Kim. covers the bag and beats a beat there. One away. Good play by the pitcher on a 3-1 ground out. How about that, Cole? It is 8-0 Rush. Nathan Cunningham just hit a 3-run blast. And the Rush look like they're headed, it's bottom of the 6th. They're 3 outs away. It look like they're headed to the PSCL championship game.
I mean, right now it looks like it'll be an all-blue championship game. The Baby Blues against the True Blues.
Bodie Grieve takes the first pitch low, 1-0. Colonials still have 9 outs to play with. The A's are going to have to mount a massive comeback. Anthony Sanchez, a great pitching performance. After the Rush elected not to start him against MLBDC China, it really looked like it backfired. They trailed that whole game before their 7th inning comeback. 1-0 by Grieve is flying into right at Max Duckweiler. Reaches up and makes the catch. 2 away here in the 4th. 8-1 Blue Sox lead in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs and the base is empty. Fred Ramos coming to the plate. They ended up using him for just an inning in the 8th, and they walked it off in the bottom half of the frame. And now Sanchez, starting today, has pitched to Jem. The big question for the Rush is, who will they throw tomorrow? The Blue Sox have to feel pretty good and rested right now with 2 great pitching performances by their 2 starters through 2 games. The first pitch to Fred Ramos in for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to the lefty, who has 2 singles and 2 runs today. 0-1 home. Grounded right side, coming in the first baseman. Verna collects on a hop and steps on the bag for the 3rd out. Good 1-2-3 inning for Joshua Kim. We head to the 5th. It's 8-1. Blue Sox over the Colonials on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Back at Palm Springs Stadium, 8-1 lead for the Blue Sox over the Colonials. To guide you the rest of the way, here's Cole Pavilla.
6, 7, and 8 due up for the Colonials. Ray Avila, Tino Zaya, Ramon Macias, and Avila watches the first one for a called strike. Facing Leo Taormina, who's been phenomenal so far. Pop-up center field being chased on down by Cepeda for out number 1. Quick out number 1 here in the 5th for the Colonials as they're looking to mount a hefty comeback. They've done it before, but they're running out of outs here in the latter innings. Tino Zaya on the day, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to Zaya. He watches it outside.
Still only 68 pitches for Leo Taormina. He's high enough, I don't think he can pitch tomorrow, Cole.
The 1-0 sent to left field, being chased down by Bodie Grieve. That's 2 quick outs for the Colonials, and they're running out of those outs very quickly here. They'll need to start a comeback right here and right now. A 2-out rally is what they'll need here in the 5th inning. Ramon Macias, a single and a run scored back in the 3rd. A lone run today for the Colonials and Nate Lambden. Macias watches the first one for a called strike. Slider that snapped back in.
David Orozco is, I don't know what he's doing. He's walking towards the Colonials dugout. He's going into the Colonials dugout. This is a new one. And
not too sure.
Getting a new glove, maybe?
What's going on, but the Colonials are evacuating the dugout, it looks like, so hopefully everything's all right with Orozco. As a new first baseman will enter the game for...
I guess he needed to go back to the locker room, and that was the quickest way to do it.
The Blue Sox, as it's now...
Hopefully it was just a bathroom break, Cole.
Isaac Rodriguez at first base. But that did not seem like a planned change at all. The 0-1 to Macias stays outside, 1-1. Macias, one of the very effective hitters for the Colonials, sends a chopper to the right side. Backhanded attempt by Rodriguez. That's a hit right there for Ramon Macias. Really good attempt for Rodriguez, and freshly entered into the game, and that's how the game of baseball goes. When you enter the game, it always somehow manages to find you.
It always finds you.
And that one, it kicked off of Rodriguez as he went into the backhanded attempt in the slide. And Ramon Macias with his second hit of the game.
Well, victory on the backfield. The Rush are going to the PSCL championship game. They have just defeated the A's.
Brooks Walker watches one. 1-0 count. Walker was the hero a few games ago for the Colonials. Sent them home happy against the A's on a walk-off home run. In extra innings, the 1-0 to Walker. Low and outside, goes to 2-0.
How about the Rush, Cole? I don't know going into the playoffs if I would have picked them to make the championship game. They've probably not been as talked about, but never had to face the Lumberjacks. A's upset them, and then Rush got a great starting pitching performance by their ace today and certainly delivered offensively against a really good starter in Gavin Duvall.
Walker hit by the pitch on a breaking ball. So runners at first and second now, and Colonials starting to rally here in the fifth inning. And it's just a question of how many runs they can push across, if any.
It feels like, especially now, you got an opportunity. Got to get a couple across here to make it reachable.
Justin Verna up to bat, watches a breaking ball, hit him. Back-to-back hit batsman. For the bases loaded. For the Colonials in the top of the order, Haruta Indo up to bat, a single and a line out. Really no better spot in the lineup to be to turn the page over. Indo entered the day batting almost 500 as Coach Reed Santos goes to meet out with Leo Taormina. He's in his fifth inning of work. Just allowed 5 hits, and 2 of them have been to Ramon Macias, who's on third.
Exactly.
Brooks Walker on second, and Justin Verna on first.
Exactly who you'd want up for the Colonials, and the all-star Endo just finds ways to get on base. Golden opportunity. You're a swing away from making it a 3-run ball game and putting all the pressure on the Blue Sox.
One of those players that just has immense bat-to-ball skills. Obviously something that's very important. Endo from Minnesota West.
He looked ready to go this morning. He had a huge smile on his face, walking around the ballpark, saw him, said good morning.
Him and Rian Awase always have a smile on their face. The 2 Japanese players as Endo watches the first one outside. 1-0.
Just a joyful baseball player, and if he can get a hit here, he's going to have even a bigger smile.
1-0 count. Taormina delivers chopper right side to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez takes it himself and steps on first. A little miscommunication, but gets there in time to keep the Colonials silent here in the fifth. No runs on a hit, no errors, 3 left on. The Blue Sox lead it 8-1. Heading to the home half of the 5th here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Back here on the PSCL Broadcasting Networks, the Blue Sox lead it 8-1 over the Colonials. Joshua Kim back out there to continue his outing on the mound for the Colonials. Came in relief for Jordan Watson, who went 2 2/3 innings of work. Gave up 5 walks and 5 hits. 7 runs in total are charged to Jordan Watson. So far, Kim has tallied 1. He's in an inning and a third so far. First pitch. Here to David Orozco is outside, 1-0. Orozco on the day, a ground out and a walk. And a run scored for the first baseman. Kim leg kicks and fires. Shot foul. On the first base side, evens up the count 1-1. This is actually Rodriguez, who came in for Orozco, as Orozco exited the game earlier. As he went into the Colonials, dug out the 1-1 here to Rodriguez. Came in as a defensive replacement to start last inning. Now a 2-1 count to Rodriguez. 2-1 count from Kim. Poked foul, goes to 2-2. Rodriguez from St. Catharines, going at 5'9", 155, a middle infielder. Typically plays shortstop, but he'll play the whole infield when needed. The 2-2 inside to Rodriguez, draws the count full. Tommy Carrillo's in left field now for the Colonials. Rodriguez batting .415 entering today. The 3-2 chopped left side. Macias fields it on a hop, fires it over to first for out number 1.
Nice work so far by Joshua Kim, just trying to keep the Colonials in the ball game after that disastrous 6-run third inning. 7 runs is surmountable. The Colonials were a swing away from making it a tight ball game in the 4th, or in the top half of this inning in the 5th. Got to give your bats a chance. The Colonials have had some 7th inning magic in them all season long. You got to be down only single digits, that's for sure.
Michael Gonzalez opens stance, watches the first one, 1-0. The feet offset with the red batting gloves. Black shin guard on the lead leg. 1-0 count. Kim leg kicks and fires outside. Goes to 2-0. Endo in center field playing a few steps To his right, our left. 2-0 count, Kim. Works from the third base side of the rubber and fires. Waved on through by Gonzalez, 2-1. Left side of the infield. Few steps shaded over, playing for a pull. The 2-1. Pushed right side foul. Evens it up 2-2. Big gap straight up the middle. If Gonzalez can just send it back up towards Kim, would have an easy single. 2-2. Kim delivers and waved on through for a strikeout for Joshua Kim for out number 2.
This has been really nice work by Kim. That's 6 in a row. Now retired. Came in that tough spot in the third. Couldn't get an out. That would have limited the damage, but he's now sent down this hot Blue Sox lineup comfortably once he was able to get a clean slate in the fourth.
The lengthy Anthony Cepeda up to bat now. On the day, RBI single and a walk, which tallied an RBI. No run for himself. Watches the first one, 1-0 count. To the center fielder from Feather River College. Billed at 6'4", 195, the 1-0. Makes him stand a little more upright, 2-0. Slight bend of the knees. 2-0 from Kim. Laced to the Blue Sox dugout and sends them scrambling for cover. Goes to 2-1.
They're going to be giving Anthony Cepeda a hard time now. It's friendly fire.
Just about to say, they might be giving him some glaring looks when he gets back to the dugout, and might just not talk to him for a little bit after the 2-1. Almost hit Cepeda again. Some sweet chin music as Kim is really trying to establish the inner part of the zone. Cepeda does stand a little close to the dish. He also bends a little bit over it, so Cepeda really favors the inner part of the plate. The 3-1 straight back at Kim, up the middle. And just as mentioned earlier, the defense of the Colonials really giving up that middle, and Cepeda taking advantage of that.
He has a 2-hit day, joining Ramos, who has 2 hits as well. Bad eighth in this lineup, but continuing to contribute for the Blue Sox. He has 20 hits now on the season. Make it 10 hits now on the season.
First pitch to Anthony Mathiasen, watched for a strike all the way. Mathiasen on the day, a strikeout. 2 RBI single and a run scored of his own. An 0-1 count. Joshua Kim, 2 outs. Cepeda on first. Loops this one to left field, being charged on by Carrillo. It will drop in front of Carrillo. That's back-to-back singles for the Blue Sox, and they're trying to tack on some more runs here in the 5th inning.
How many hits today for the Blue Sox have they had just like that? Softly hit baseballs that have fallen in between Colonials hitters. It's almost unfair. The Blue Sox are so talented, and they have certainly benefited from some luck from the baseball gods today as well.
Time called as manager Nate Lambden goes to the mound, and the day is done for Joshua Kim. The book is not closed as he's in charge of the 2 runners on. We'll inform you of the new pitcher in just a moment here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
2 locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Rian Owase now at short for the Colonials. Ray Avila at third as the third baseman. Ramon Macias now on the mound for the Colonials. Macias has had 4 appearances prior and 4 starts. 16 innings of work. The ERA of 6.75. The first pitch here to Javen Boxa. It's inside to the right-handed batter. 1-0 count from Macias.
This is huge. Nate Lambden knew it. Couldn't afford to keep Kim in the game. Get out of this inning.
Another one pulled foul. Almost takes out some more Blue Sox, but managed to avoid it again. Almost took out Michael Gonzalez as he was standing near the media box down the third base foul line. 1-1. Now to Javen Boxa. Macias looking for just 1 out here in the 5th. 1-1 delivery. Misses glove side. Goes to 2-1. Macias works from the stretch. The third base side of the rubber. 3/4 arm delivery. 2-1 fired home. Looped straight to Rian Owase for the third out. And mentioned earlier, when you enter the game, it always manages to find you. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. For the Blue Sox, they lead at 8-1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. Leo Taormina still on the mound for the Blue Sox, gone 5-0, looking for the win for the Blue Sox. As he's just at 75 pitches right now. A pinch hitter here for Joseph Conti, as it will be number 15. That's Tommy Carrillo, who took over in left field for the Colonials. Check down to the field umpire. He did not go around, and 1-0 count for Tommy Carrillo. Carrillo from Modesto Junior College at 6 foot 200 pounds. Watches the next one for a called strike, 1-1.
Just 77 pitches for Taormina, 6 outs away from a complete game win.
And another check swing, called strike 2 for Carrillo, and the Colonials with their backs up against the wall right now. The 1-2 chopped foul to keep that bat alive for Carrillo. Taormina is doing just what the Blue Sox needed here on the semifinal day. 1-2, Taormina. Another one chopped foul by Carrillo. Really trying to force Taormina's pitch count up here. Just around the 80 mark now. 1-2 Taormina looking for the put-away pitch. Next one misses well outside to the right-hand batter, Carrillo.
Everything really couldn't have lined up better for Reed Santos. You get the 1 seed, you get the bye, you get to choose where you play, you get to be the designated home team.
2-2, Carrillo goes down looking for out number 1 here in the 6th. Big out number 1.
Starts his best pitcher, all-star Alex Hocking. Yesterday was excellent. Now Leo Taormina has been excellent, and they're going to have a rested bullpen for the championship game tomorrow.
Trinity Boleyn watches the first one inside, almost hits him. 1-0 on the day, Boleyn. 2 ground outs to the pitcher, Taormina. 1-0 delivery. Chopped to the right side off the handle of the bat. Sliding stop by Rodriguez. 3-1 on the putout. And a great play by Rodriguez and a good PFP by Leo Taormina for the second out. And the Colonials just down to their last 4 outs now. Max Duckweiler looking to keep the 6th inning going here against Leo Taormina.
Yesterday, Alex Hocking went 5, and then Jacob Glazner went 2. So Glazner is probably available tomorrow, and if Taormina can complete the complete game, the only guys not available for Reed Santos will be Hocking and Taormina.
First pitch fouled back by Duckweiler. Goes to 0-1.
So look at Jared Fong, who's been an excellent starter of late. He's certainly an option. Andrew Lockhart as well.
The 0-1 misses in the dirt. Goes to 1-1 to Max Duckweiler. Looks like Rian Awase will be the next batter. 1-1 from Taormina. Check swing. And Duckweiler goes around for strike 2. Tyler Nelson looks like he's getting loose in the Blue Sox bullpen down the left field side. 1-2 Taormina looking for 6 complete innings. This is upstairs, 2-2. 2-2 count. Taormina, leg kicks and fires. Breaking ball, punched to the right side. Fielded on a few hops by Boxa, and he'll go to first base for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. As it's 3 up and 3 down for the Colonials. The Blue Sox lead at 8-1 here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Macias ready to face the heart of the Blue Sox order, looking to keep this one 8-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Macias leg kicks and fires the first pitch to Ethan Swidler. 1-0 count to the backstop on the day. 0 for 3. Fly out and a couple of pop outs in the 3rd inning. 1-0 leg kick and fire from Macias. Another one inside quickly. 2-0. 2, 3, and 4. Ethan Swidler, Dylan Embiid, and Bodie Grieve set to bat here in the 6th inning. The 2-0 from Macias. Hardliner down the left field side goes 2-1.
Even when the Blue Sox missed, they hit the ball hard. That was 98 off the bat of Swidler. It's the only Blue Sox today not to reach.
2-1. Macias fires straight back up at Macias. Fields it on a hop, and Swidler not happy with that. Slam of the bat before Macias flips it over to Rodriguez. Actually, Verna for out number 1.
As the one Blue Sox who has had some tough breaks today. He's hit the ball hard, but hasn't been able to get on base.
Now Dylan Embiid up to bat. Embiid on the day, an RBI single in the first. Started the scoring for the Blue Sox early. Macias fires to Embiid. Above the letters, 1-0. And then the rest of the day so far for Embiid has been quiet. A fly out and a ground out. And a 1-0 count here with the 1 out. Late kick and fire from Macias. Right down the heart of the zone for strike 1. Infield playing for a pole here. Owase and Avila really shifted over to their right. The 1-1. Pulled down the first base line. Executed perfectly on the defensive side of things. The 3 unassisted for out number 2. Bodie Grieve up to bat now. The son of Ben Grieve, an outfielder formerly, and a Rookie of the Year in the MLB.
Well, the Colonials are going to be shaking their head about the 5th. That was their opportunity. Bases loaded against Taormina, and couldn't get anything going there.
First pitch to Grieve, a called strike on the outer edge from Ramon Macias.
Got some good work from their bullpen, Kim, now Macias, but haven't been able to get any runs back. Just that one in the 3rd.
Grieve watches the second one for a called strike, 0-2. Ramon Macias looking for a quick 6th inning to get the bats back out there for the Colonials. 0-2, Macias looking for the knockout punch. Fires the 0-2, swung on through by Grieve. Bolind applies the tag, and it's 3 up and 3 down. And the Colonials try to rally here. Coming up next on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Leo Taormina looking for the complete game against the Colonials here on the semifinal day. That one almost takes out Owase, who was squared around a bunt, had to go to a knee to avoid that one. Owase, the pinch hitter, didn't even get introduced before he had to duck out of the way. In a 1-0 count, Taormina fires back inside. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Colonials down 8-1 to the Blue Sox. 1-1 delivery from Taormina. Owase watches a slider that stays inside, 2-1. Taormina working very quickly here in the 7th. Pop-up on the infield. Calling everyone off is the first baseman, Rodriguez, right in front of Boxa for out number 1. Ray Avila up to bat now on the day. A single and a fly out, so 1 for 2. And a caught stealing for the shortstop. Now at third base. First pitch to him hits him on the back, but I think it went off his bat, and it did, and Taormina throws to first in time for the second out, and unfortunate play.
If that's not the story of the Blue Sox season, I don't know what else is. Everything goes their way. That was ridiculous. Pitch missed so badly, it just hit off the back of his bat and was a fair ball, and Avila had no idea, and just like that, the Blue Sox are an out away from the championship. That's wild.
William Macareno turns to earth and just shrugs like, man, there's nothing else he could have done there. I mean, I think the only other option there was rule it a hit by pitch, but I mean, it clearly went off his bat.
I don't think it didn't touch him.
And now Tino Zion on a 1-0 count. And it's looking like it'll be an all-blue PSCL championship game as the 1-0 fouled back, 1-1 from Tino Zion now. Zion on the day, a strikeout and a flyout, but what a season for the Colonials. If this is the end, the 1-1. Poke to the left side. This one's drifting to the left field line, and it drifts just foul. Now 1-2. But a heck of a season for the Colonials. Looks like they'll come up just short of the championship game, but Coach Nate Lambden led them to a heck of a season. Multiple amazing comebacks. And just ran into a buzzsaw of the Blue Sox, the 1-2. Taormina looking for the complete game. Fires outside, 2-2.
He's been special today. 1 strike away.
2-2. Taormina fires. Another one looping to left side, being charged on by Grieve. And Grieve watches this one hug the foul line, stays fair, and Zaya reaches second on the blooper to keep the at-bats going. For the Colonials, Ramon Macias up to bat now.
You knew the Colonials wouldn't go down quietly. They've fought, scraped, and clawed their way to this point all season long, and this would be the miraculous comebacks to capitalize all comebacks if the Colonials can mount a 7-run comeback with 2 outs.
First pitch, Macias check down here to Tino Zaya, and a throw down by Swidler. Ends the season of the Colonials just like that. Zaya's erased, and the Colonials season is done on a snap throw down by Swidler. And what a throw there by Swidler for the final out.
What a way to end it. It just represents how good this Blue Sox team is. Every little thing, whether it's hitting, pitching, fielding, they avoid errors, the little things. This Blue Sox team is a complete ball team. They really have been from day one, and they are set up perfectly pitching-wise going into the championship game to win the PSCL championship game. But they're going to have to face the feisty Rush, but we'll focus on today. This was a dominating performance on all sides by the Blue Sox, led by their starting pitcher, Leo Taormina, who was pumped up. Gave a chest bump to his catcher, Ethan Swidler, after that final out, who helped him out with the final out of the ball game. And my goodness, Reed Santos has built a monster this year. Dominant win for the Blue Sox, and they are 1 game away from winning the championship. Their 16th win of the season. They're 16-3-1. That is a ridiculous record.
So that will do it for the game here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network. We'll have Leo Taormina joining Griffin Epstein for a post-game interview. But the final for myself, Cole Pavelio, it's 8-1. The Blue Sox take it over the Colonials. And we'll be back with the post-game interview with Leo Taormina here on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great, now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. 8-1 victory for the Blue Sox over the Colonials. Blue Sox improved to 16-3-1 on the season. The Colonials, what a season they had. Feisty, unforgettable comebacks. I'll certainly not forget their win over the Lumberjacks a couple days ago, but Today, the story is the Blue Sox and Leo Terramina, a complete game victory today. He joins me now in the booth. Leo, a complete game victory to send your team into the PSCL championship game. How you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good. Thanks for having me. Pretty surreal moment, but we got the job done. We're going to the ship, so
what was
good vibes.
What was working for you out on the mound today?
Shout out to the Colonials. They made me work. Like, I didn't have my first cleaning until the 6th. They're slapping it around a little bit, but just the curveball. Honestly, throwing high fastballs and throwing curveballs in there and kind of kept them off balance.
7 innings for a complete game win, just 1 earned run allowed, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts. What stands out to me, 0 walks. You've had great command all season. How have you developed as a pitcher to have pinpoint accuracy?
Really just trusting my catchers, and they kind of tell me where they want it, and I'm just trying to put it in there. And it's kind of challenging because we play on 2 different mounds, so it's a different feel on each mound. One mound's turf, this mound drops off, so a lot of these pitchers are throwing it high because, you know, it drops off so fast. So when I get rattled, like in the 6th it was, bases loaded, just have to take a deep breath and just fire it in there. It's just baseball. It's just a game.
What is it about this Blue Sox team? You're 16-3-1. You guys have just been dominant all year long.
Our hitting. Pitching's been really good. Alex Hawking, great day yesterday on the mound. Good game today, but our hitting's been dominant. I think we lead the leagues in hits and runs scored, so I'm going to give it to my hitting.
How much confidence does that give you guys as a pitching staff? You guys have great numbers, but I know the hitting stats are ridiculous. You guys have 9 guys hitting over 300.
No, it's phenomenal. You know, as a pitcher, I hear you guys say it, but as a pitcher, it's phenomenal. You get to kind of cruise. You don't have to be perfect because, you know, you have some run support. So, yeah, shout out to the pitching. And Coach Reed, he kind of lets us do our thing. Trust guys, even if they're struggling, he still keeps them in the game. So shout out to Coach Reed and the hitters.
Well, I lived in Sacramento for 5 years. We got a bunch of Sacktown guys on the roster, especially pitching-wise. How has that bond been, and what does it say about baseball in the Central Valley?
It's been phenomenal being out here with my boys and played ball with them last year. So great chemistry there, and it makes it easy to kind of mesh with the team because you already have friends, so you can be out more going, and it's been great. And ball down here has been good. Like today, this team put it on us. You know, the score says it's 8-1, but we scored 6 runs with 2 outs, and that's really the difference. Besides that, it's a 2-1 game. So shout out to the Colonials. You know, they made us earn it for sure.
Championship ball game tomorrow. You'll take on the Rush. No, you'll be cheering from the dugout. What do you guys expect as a team? What's it going to take home the championship tomorrow?
Some more hitting. It's got to keep hitting, and I trust our pitching staff. So it should be a good game.
Well, Leo, thanks for joining us. You've had a great season and certainly a remarkable game today, and best of luck to your team in the championship game tomorrow.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
That's Leo Terramina. What a job he did today. A complete game victory, 7 excellent innings, and sending the Blue Sox to the PSCL championship game tomorrow. Cole Pavelio's going to rejoin me here to wrap this ball game up and look ahead to the championship game tomorrow. You want to hop back on the headset, Cole? 8-1 victory for the Blue Sox over the Colonials. If you're just joining us, the score on the backfield, the Rush took down the A's 8-0. Adam Oppenheim and E.J. Sanchez will have that ball game for you tomorrow at 9 a.m. But just to kind of put a bow on this, Cole, I was mentioning the Colonials. I mean, they've certainly been one of my favorite teams to watch. We were lucky to be on that call last Monday. It was a week ago for their win against the Lumberjacks. In my mind, there's no doubt no game will top the theatrics and thriller of that one. Brooks Walker hit a walk-off home run against the Lumberjacks, and you could almost look at it, that was kind of the end of the Jacks, who came in as the storyline back-to-back champs, and the Colonials really took them out. But they've been so fun to watch all year.
Yeah, I mean, you see them right now. They're hugging each other in really heartfelt hugs. I mean, it's a team that bonded really quickly, it seems like. Obviously, every team had to go through a learning period, but, I mean, it seems like it's such a good group of guys that have learned to really enjoy playing with each other. And I think it's really hard for all these young men to come from their respective parts of the country and learn I mean, there's so many different stories that all of these guys have. You have Rian and Haruto from Japan, and it's amazing to watch these guys learn to play with each other. And, I mean, just the agony that they're sharing right now, that they're going through this together. It's not just an individual thing. It's obviously very individual sport. It's individual stats, but at the end of the day, it's this whole team together took this on the chin, and they did really well throughout the whole season. It's been a heck of a season for the Colonials.
Great season for the Colonials. They finished the year 11-9 and under Nate Lambden into the PSCL semifinals, but they fall to the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 16-3-1. You heard from Leo Taramina. He was great on the mic. He might have a future in broadcasting. He was awesome up here. He talked about the bond, the help. The pitching staff has been great, but an offense that's been terrific. The matchup against the Rush is really intriguing, Cole. Almost like the Rush got a second life. They were inches away from losing to MLB China. They send out their ace, Anthony Sanchez. He gives them a complete game. Leo Taramina gives them a complete game. So you own it tomorrow. It's a 9-inning ball game instead of the 7. You have two pitching staffs that are really well rested. The Rush are hitting great. They won 8-0. They have Hunter Anderson, the top hitter in the league. They have Nathan Cunningham, who just hit his second home run in the last week. I mean, man, I'm counting down the hours till tomorrow morning for the championship game.
It's going to be a tough one for both teams. There's really not a lot between them. I mean, both have had their ups and downs throughout the season, and it's just a matter of fact now of who shows up tomorrow with their bats ready to go and their pitchers at their best form.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. The Blue Sox have been the unstoppable team, 16-3-1 on the year. There's been some magic in that Blue Sox jersey this year at Palm Springs. The Blue Sox made a run to this California Winter League championship game back here in February, but they did not win the championship. They lost to the Alberta Grizzlies, so the Blue Sox jerseys will try to finish the job tomorrow against the feisty Rush. Anthony Sanchez, a complete game victory with 13 strikeouts on the backfield today. Nathan Cunningham at a 3-0 three-run home run, and the Rush defeated the A's 8-0. So that championship game will be tomorrow, 9 a.m., 9 innings here at Palm Springs Stadium. Appen Ondenheim and E.J. Sanchez will have the call tomorrow at 9 a.m. here on the PSCL Broadcast Network to wrap up what's been a thrilling season in the Power Summer Collegiate League. Last time on the air on the PSCL for me, last time on the air for me for the summer, and last time for the PSCL for you, Cole. Want to thank everyone that's made these broadcasts possible and has made the PSCL possible. So many people behind the scenes. Tyler Hughes, watching him drag the field right now. He gets here first thing in the morning and really makes everything happen with the PSCL. Commissioner Casey Dill puts everything together. All the coaches, umpires got a chance to talk with John DeCesar, excellent operations crew here at Palm Springs Stadium that gets the field ready, the athletic trainers that work long days and long hours to keep the players healthy, and of course the players too. I mean, they're incredibly friendly group, incredibly hardworking, and they've developed and had a lot of fun, but they are truly delightful to be around every single day. I want to give a big shout out to Ethan Gamoka, our stats and analytics helper up here in the press box. He's a delight to be around every day and truly makes these broadcasts better. And I want to give a big shout out to all our other broadcasts. Of course, Cole, you've been terrific to work with all season. EJ, Adam, Jace, and Steven. We're certainly lucky to get to call games every single day here in the PSCL, and it'd only be possible with everyone behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's been a great PSCL season. There's still a little bit more of the power season to go, but looking at the PSCL, it's been a great time. And, I mean, there's still Colonials players lingering around the field, taking in this historic Palm Springs Stadium one last time. They didn't want the season to end today. They don't want their Summer Bowl time to be done. This is the time when you go meet guys from all corners of the nation, all corners of the world, essentially, and I mean, you just see it on their faces. They're still taking it all in that this might be their last time seeing each other, and this last time on this historic field. It's something that they take pride in. They didn't see this as just an experience of getting reps, or they took this pride in this, and that's what makes so many of these players stand out, that they loved what they were doing here.
Memories to last a lifetime, no doubt, and more memories to last a lifetime are going to be played tomorrow. A championship on the line. The Power Summer Collegiate League Championship will be tomorrow. Blue Sox taking on the Rush. Blue Sox going for their second championship. The Rush going for their first ever PSCL championship. That's at 9 a.m. tomorrow here on the PSCL Broadcast Network. We'll hope that you join Adam and EJ then, but that does it this afternoon for the PSCL semifinals. The Blue Sox defeat the Colonials 8-1, and the Rush defeat the A's 8-0. For our entire PSCL Broadcast Network crew, Ethan Gamoka and Cole Pavilio, I'm Griffin Epstein saying so long from Palm Springs. It's Rush and Blue Sox in the PSCL championship game tomorrow. So long from Palm Springs.